So bodhicitta has three qualities that I want you to know about and become familiar with. The first one is that bodhicitta is soft and gentle. And this is our compassion. We can experience that soft and gentleness of our being as our compassion meeting the world. We've learned in our earlier teachings that if we don't have compassion for our own selves and kindness and support toward our own selves, that we can't have compassion and kindness toward others. At the same time, the second aspect of bodhicitta is that it is clear and sharp. And this is called prajna. And the third quality of bodhicitta is openness. This last quality of bodhicitta is called shunyata. And it is the emptiness, fullness of our clear, luminous, and warm nature. So shunyata is fullness. We know it as emptiness in the traditional translation. But this emptiness is actually the unbounded fullness of our being. And it's warm, and its actions are compassionate. So there's an inseparability between the fullness and openness and the warmth and the compassion that emerges spontaneously from this ground. And it is clarity. It is clear, sharp, and discerning as well. So the three qualities of bodhicitta are softness and gentleness, which is the compassion, clarity and sharpness, which is the prajna, the wisdom, and thirdly, it is unbounded openness. It's open. But we'll notice that if we try to look for this, if we try to look for this bodhicitta heart, awakening heart, we can't find any tangible thing. When we try to, we can't grasp it, we can't hold it. It's not an object that we can find as a tangible thing. But what our practice is encouraging us to do is to feel it, because we can have that experience. We can feel it. And when we feel it, it will be felt as a kind of sensitivity, kind of tenderness, tinged, the teachings say, tinged with a quality of sadness as well. And why is that, do you think? Because the heart feels everything, doesn't it? It feels the entire world. And this is why it's so easy for the heart to get shut down. We each have our own pain and our own suffering that we have to endure. And even when someone speaks to us in a certain way or treats us in a certain way, we can feel that impact in our heart, like that the heart is so tender. Not to mention all of the suffering of the whole entire world. The heart feels it all. So this heart of bodhicitta is often called the genuine heart of sadness. And it has two aspects. It has a relative aspect, and this relative aspect is our experience of daily life in the world. It's our compassion meeting the world. And it has an absolute aspect, also called its ultimate aspect. And this is the unbounded, open, immeasurable aspect. And this is the bodhicitta that we evoke and arouse every time we sit and practice. We say, may my actions today in this practice be of unbounded ultimate benefit to all beings everywhere. And so really we're arousing both relative and absolute bodhicitta. But it is this unbounded, immeasurable aspect that we're working to cultivate more and more and more, as well as the relative aspect, which is our capacity to meet the world.